gets here, right before she actually delivers the child, is the hardest part. I imagine it gets worse and gets really, really bad right before she delivers the baby. And anybody that has been around church for a long time has probably heard the church say, the mother church, things will get hard before there's a birth. And the birth is somebody being saved. I guess every bit of my stuff's going like crazy today. But I myself I don't have any children of my own yet. But, so I've not actually went through the experience of the labor. But it doesn't take rocket scientists to say that it's something that's, must be really hard and a really big deal. But the point, and the reason I thought of this, is because the devil will fight us. Of course, every day he's going to fight us. And when you're seeking God's purpose in your life, when you are following the Lord, you're following your heart, doing what you're supposed to do, going after what's yours, your career, your dream, whatever it is, just following what God's given you, the devil's going to try his best to stop that from happening. Okay? It's going to be really hard right before God really blesses. Okay? And I've said that before, that the devil's going to fight really hard right before God blesses, because he wants to try to steal that blessing from you. He wants to, rob you of it. He don't want you to make it to that blessing. So, what happens when the devil's fighting us and we push through anyway? You push right through that, whatever it is that the devil is fighting you about, you just push right on through it, and you go on through it anyway, holding on to the hand of God, because he is our only help, our only hope. But you push through anything, what do you think's going to happen? It's going to get better. You're going to get to that blessing. God's going to bless you. And then, what do you think's going to happen after that? And since for some reason I've got this example, so we're going to hold right to this example. But after a woman gives birth to a child, what happens next? Does it after the child's born and there's the blessing, there's the joy, things get better and great, what happens after that? Something else. Like I said, I've not experienced it myself, but from, popular saying or popular viewing, you have this child that is very needy and maybe screams all the time, and maybe you don't get any sleep. You go through something else. You go through another hard time and a hard moment. But then what happens? They start walking. They start talking. They turn into your little best friend. You're going to have to push through those hard moments to get to the good moments. And that's the sad thing about a lot of people have quit. A lot of people has not pushed through, just like people that have committed suicide. To me, that's so awful, because they miss out on what was ahead of them. They give up and they quit. And not saying anything bad about people, that have committed suicide or that deal with that, because I've been there. You know, I understand having pain and having hard moments and things to happen and you want to die. You know, there is some things that we all end up going through in life that they are really bad. We want to quit. I've been there. I've had to pray, I don't know how many times, God help me to take away that spirit of quitting. Take that out of me. You know, because sometimes we do face things really hard and we do just want to quit. But if we quit, we miss the blessing. We miss what's ahead of us. And it's great. What God has ahead of us is great. He has great plans for you. Hope I'm off the highway. He loves you. And I don't know why, like I had that thought. Why I just had the thought of, you know, a woman and it being really, really hard right before the blessing. You know, but I had that thought and I wanted to share it because I want to encourage anybody that I can to push through it anyway. No matter how hard it is, no matter how much you want to quit, push through it anyway, because it's going to be better on the other side. And then you're going to have something else. You're going to have another trial. You know, something popular that we say at church is you're either in a struggle, coming out of a struggle, or going into one. I mean, you're always going to have things repeatedly happening, but if you don't push through, you don't go through them, you miss those blessings in between. You miss the growth that comes from those things. And me using the example of a child, you know, going through that period of them being extremely needy and screaming and squalling, and then you have the blessing of, you know, they're growing and they're learning. They start following you around like you're the best thing in the world. And then you have to send them to school. You know? And that's scary. And then you have that separation. And there will be so many different things, you know, go like... They'll eventually grow up and they'll get licensed and they'll be driving, you know, or going places with friends, and, you know, you're going to worry about that. And they're going to grow up and you're going to be scared of what they're going to do and the decisions that they're going to make, and you're going to worry about, you know, did I do my best? Did I teach them the right way? And it's just like anything else in life. And I can use my business as an example. There's always going to be something else happen. There's going to be something that I have to go through. There's going to be a level that I have to conquer and move to the next level. And that's not going to be easy. And each time may be a harder battle, but you're going to be stronger. You're going to learn things on this level that you're going to use on the next level. You know, that growth is what we need, and that's how we get closer to our full potential. That's how we get closer to being the person that God would have us to be. You know, so whatever you're going through, whatever you're dealing with, whether it's children or a job, you know, your career, whatever it is, relationships, push through it anyway. And know that you're struggling because the devil wants to take everything from you. You have to push through it anyway. Thieves do not break into empty houses. You're struggling and you're having a hard time for a reason. And when you have a really hard time and the devil's like attacking, trying to kill you, it's because he's trying to steal what God's given you. And God's given you great things. God's given you talents, and wants to bless you. And there's times that things happen and God's trying to help us. God's trying to teach us things. But we've got to keep moving. Keep it moving. Push through and do the best you can. But one big thing about it, we don't have to do anything alone. We do not have to do this alone. He is right there to help us, and He will help you. And I tell Him all the time, God, I can't do this. I cannot do this without you, God. I need your help. Guide me, God. Help me in all my decisions, all my choices. Send that Holy Spirit to guide me, because I can't do it. Just like, I tell people that come into my business, I didn't do this. God did this. And He did, because I'm sitting over here like, where did this come from? And He repeatedly keeps blessing me. Like, I kid you not, and I was talking about it yesterday, there will be people come in and ask for a book that I don't have, and soon, like within a day or two usually, or a week or two, it'll come through the door. Somebody will bring books in and trade them or donate them, and there'll be that book. And I'm like, I found one yesterday. I was like, this is what that man said his wife was looking for. And then she's one of my little village people, my teammate, said, if we find this one, that's what so-and-so's looking for. And I said, we find that one, I'm going to be like, all right, God, you're showing off. You are showing off. Because He does that. He makes a way. And He'll help you and He'll bless you. But it's insane. God's good. And if we just trust Him and follow Him and do our best, He'll bless us. But there will be a struggle. We will have to push through. So that's my video for today. Just push through anyway. You've got this. You're strong. Especially if you're a child of God. You've got all you need. Push through and get to that blessing. Be a help to everybody around you. I love you guys. I'll be praying for you. Please be praying for me. And I hope y'all have a good day.